supposed to remember I was this good?
All right, but we are going to see K's opponent on the other side. Smax representing, I don't even know if you could call it East Bay. It's like north of East Bay.
Not East Bay, but like Sac, SenCal area.
It's the area between SenCal and Sac, east of East Bay. But all the way from there, we have Smax, and just actually took out another Sephiroth coming into this berry.
Yeah, game 5, last stock, last hit too. So it's going to be really interesting to see if K can do something different. Oh, but it seems like he gets grabbed at the very beginning.
Okay, yeah, this is something that is a little bit difficult to deal with as Steve, and this is a lot of the reasons why people originally were picking up Sephiroth as this Steve counterpick. It's just the ability to keep that range where Steve is not able to mine up those reasons, and he feels threatened. He feels pressured by all of these big aerials, and the counter is the other side of the coin.
Yeah, Sephiroth has a lot of tools where it's like, okay, I am really good at dealing with Steve's level 1. If you want to do a silly minecart or up B into me, no, not going to work. And
Yeah.
I will stay nowhere near an up tilt.
Yeah, exactly. Not going to be fighting on the level 1 of Steve at all. But right now, great advantage state coming out from Smax. Let's see if he's going to be able to take advantage of this. But no, just let Sephiroth get back into the center. And what an awesome approach. Utilizing that Elytra and just finds a footstool afterwards.
Yeah. K, unfortunately, was too slow on the aerial and doesn't time it properly. Smax immediately ready for him. Like, hey, you got lag, and I've got a footstool.
But picking up a lot of damage on this next stock, and good avoidance there. Does use the untechable anvil.
That was not close.
Yeah, that's one of those things you gotta like measure your aggression, right? That worked the first time. That got the first stock, really, really nice. But sometimes you can find yourself a little bit too crazy off stage.
Yeah, and I think the thing I like the most about that interaction was that Smax got hit for it and died his first stock. Immediately, next situation happens, like, no, I'm doing something different. All right, you got me. I remember what happened here. But unfortunately, rolls in, and K didn't need to remember. He saw the future there and gets an up tilt to steal the stock.
Yeah, and this is that's a situation where it's like, all right, I'm at basically 0%. We'll just tank this. It's not a big deal.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
But you do have to be careful, because if you actually tank there, it's worse than if you don't. So
because he was a solo of percent, he wasn't sent straight into the last zone. But if he did, and Smax was ready for it, could have gotten forward smash there.
Yep. But this is a really bad spot for Smax, who's already got a ton of percent of the spot stock. Does have the diamond here, but is running kind of low on this iron.
Yeah, it looks like Smack is not really getting the hits that he needs. Like, he's getting a lot of stray hits, but Steve, the character, is not about the stray hits. He's about the strong combos, and then once you're at 80%, maybe then you can get the stray hit into an actual stock.
Yep. The poking continues, and Poke is not quite take that stock off the top. Just a neutral air dodge into a spot, just trying to figure out his way down. Smax slowly getting back into this game, but just utilizes that Elytra once again in a predictable manner, and it seems like this time K was a little bit more ready for it.
Yeah, and you can tell K is not playing in an interaction or in a range where minecart is even a mix-up. He's like, no, I'm far farther away than that. And you can see Smack sort of trying to force the interaction because he's not finding the minecarts. It's like, okay, maybe I can catch the landing with the F tilt or with the up B with the Elytra. But again, like K's like, look, if I could react to minecart, I can definitely react to up B. So I'm not giving you a free opening there.
Yeah, definitely not getting hit by the hitbox. I think the more interesting thing is what you do after that, because he's so low to the ground with the Elytra that you're not really gonna get a direct punish most of the time. The only move that will really hit is Nair. So it's about figuring out what he does after the safe move.
Yeah. That's definitely true. I think that's probably going to be the story of this set. Like, can Smax find consistent ways to sort of get him into the position that he wants to be so that he can get the meaningful hits, or not?
Yeah. And this is a pretty meaningful hit, but okay.
14%, not enough stage to really make that like a more valuable combo. But we'll take it.
He could have gotten the fair afterwards, but he just didn't. He didn't position himself correctly to do that. And I think he just burned a bunch of mats with a TNT just to get rid of some of the worst mats, some of the dirt blocks.
Yeah, I
to
like
go
that.
into this. I like that. It's a creative way to get it done. But this time, the jabs are coming out, still getting a little bit more basic combos. But we see K already at the Super Saiyan %.
All right, gets the forward air, and now got the gold.
How much do you think the face of this matchup changes once Wing is out?
Once Wing is out. Probably a lot. I mean, Sephiroth gets first. If Sephiroth gets to Wing, Sephiroth is so happy about that situation.
Sure. That means he didn't die to something stupid super early.
Yeah, and moreover, like the third jump goes so far with making sure that you don't get hit by an edge guard from Steve.
Oh, misses the footstool that he was looking for. And still, though, Smax in a relatively even position. The Wing is still here for K, and this is a dangerous spot. We see him going past the ledge with the Elytra. It does trade with the down tilt, though, and you didn't tech it, son.
Honestly,
that one was hard.
Yeah, that was like, I'm not going to even get hit by it. It's not in the right spot.
That one is. That's in the right spot for Smax, and that's a huge turnaround combo, 44%. You're talking about those meaningful, meaty hits. That was certainly one of them.
Yeah.
Oh, another whip.
Wasn't prepared for it, and another maybe like 5-10%, and you'll get Wing.
Yeah, yay!
Yeah.
Yay, Wing, right? That's where we want to be.
Definitely it's not what K wanted. He definitely would have preferred to have gotten the stock already from Smax, so this is not a good spot for him.
Yeah, and this is okay. I was gonna say that's like a kind of an awkward spot when you're Steve. You know, you don't want to build up your diamond because you want it for the next stock, but also, you know, you don't have a pickaxe, so you don't really know what to do.
All right, and now Smax is at the weakest spot that he's going to be at. Only 1 iron and a little bit of gold.
No, he has diamond tools though.
Well, weakest spot in terms of like his mat. So
okay,
like
sure.
If K gets a hit at this position, this is where he's going to be able to make something meaningful happen.
Yeah, for sure. But still, the double off the backboard. K going crazy.
Oh, scary stuff. All right, low shield.
Although this is even though he's low on mats, it's still like the threat that you're just dead if you get hit by an up tilt.
Yeah, that's definitely true. Up tilt, up smash can definitely make something happen. Okay, cool. Definitely close enough to get to the ledge.
Okay, really nice tomahawk there. Not something you see very often out of Steve, but it works out in the forward air. Unfortunately, that time getting the spike hitbox when you really would have wanted the weak spot.
Yeah, it looks like, I mean, K is playing really defensively, and Smax is sort of realizing that situation's happening, which is why he's able to get those tomahawks. He's like, okay, you're spending a lot of time waiting, that means I can get a little bit closer to just get these grabs. But K's defensiveness is paying off. Eventually, Smax does something silly and gets killed for it.
Okay, but still going to be able to get the kill for free here. Just a dash attack gets the job done.
Just a little bit of a schmack.
Yeah, no need to. Yeah, Smax. That's what his name is, right? That's what it means. Oh, okay.
Right. Come on, something fancy.
I feel like that was wrong. I don't think that was intentional.
Yeah, it didn't combo.
Yeah, and everyone knows every Steve move should true combo into every other Steve move.
Exactly.
Yes.
Okay, gets swatted, and now gets an extra pressure because of the orb, but wasn't able to follow up. Oh! Well, that game ended.
What just happened?
You got Smax looking up, smiling into the crowd. You know they're probably cheering and jeering.
Wow. Okay. Well, you know, sometimes you get the game like that, and that's part of playing Steve, right? That's part of what you want. Is you get a couple crazy situations go your way.
I just want to
works out.
I just want to note this isn't really related to anything, but
okay.
I find it so wild that he has 2 sunglasses. Like he's wearing one, and then he has another pair just like on his neck.
That's the Smax. All right, we are back on PlayStation 2, and I think that this is he once again utilizing the TNT to burn a bunch of the dirt. I do like that because the dirt is so useless against Sephiroth.
Yeah.
Like it does absolutely nothing. So you gotta be well aware of what your defensive resources are versus him. But at the same time, like you don't get a ton of time to mine in this matchup.
Yeah, Kay's doing a really good job at putting out pressure for it. You definitely want to get rid of dirt just because it's not going to stand any hit. And even then, I don't think wood does that much better. Like an F tilt is like breaking it, but
wood's a pretty big.
It's taking two hits.
Yes.
Whereas dirt is definitely going to die in 1.
Oh, and not bouncing up high enough for Smax to continue that combo, and does burn almost all of his mats for that. that iron tools, but it works out. He gets some time to get those resources back up, and we do see the diamond here ready for the second stock, most likely. But can he get the first one without iron at all? I mean, that's one of the risks of going for that as iron tools. You don't have them. You don't have the minecarts that you need.
But looks like he doesn't need it. Gets the stock, and now he's in a way better spot. Anything afterwards, extra credit that Smax is totally worth trading stuff for.
Yeah, and getting that 40%.
Yeah.
Nice walking backward F tilt. Catches the roll in. Not going to get too much out of it, though. We do see the diamond built up. And that's so silly when you're standing there right next to Steve and trying to stop him from mining desperately. But unfortunately, you just get up tilted because you're right there.
You're just like, all right, I'm already in the worst spot. Oh, no!
Oh,
He wanted
nil
something
two into
fancy.
F smash. That was could have been a great way to secure this stock, but does mean that he has almost no resources left. Once again, utilizing every single little bit for those rails on the ground, and now nothing to go off of in the corner. Forward smash.
Goes for the F smash.
I think up smash would have been warranted there.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, at that point, I would have been fine taking any hit just because so long as Steve isn't getting back to neutral, you're good. It's almost not even worth it to like have a risk there.
Yeah, and I'm a little surprised at Smack's aggression in these positions where he has absolutely no mats. He's still opting to fight Emilio.
Yeah, that's sort of the weird thing. It's like, all right, you have nothing, and the best way that you're going to get time to actually get resources is if you can win neutral. And now he gets the hit. All right, immediately he's able to set up a little bit of a wall, get 4 iron afterwards, and now he is ready to set up and play the game. Well, ready to play getting more resources. Now he's ready to play. Actually, well,
he hasn't built it yet.
Yeah, he hasn't gotten diamond yet.
Yeah, and he did burn his second set of gold for that as well. So not going to have these powered up minecarts, but it does have a tiny bit of time here while that wall is being disintegrated. But big potential combo, but unfortunately the right TI and Smax isn't able to follow up. Still gets a nice little confirm there. 3 up airs in a back air.
I am liking the PBRs in the combos.
Yep.
I always appreciate a little bit of optimal. Oh, 79%. Okay. K just wants to get an extra 0.7%. Just a little bit. Oh, no! No, but is he going to get it?
No, it's fine. It's fine. Everything's fine.
Woo. All is right in the world.
Yep. And now it's so close at the back air.
And now it's not.
Yep. Okay.
Now it's infinitely worse.
2 games to 1 for the Steve player. Honestly, after the last set, I feel like it was so close. It was so close versus who I would consider, not quite as top tier of a Sephiroth main. I sort of expected K to take this a little bit more handily.
I mean, it just goes to show, like, you never know how much prep work everyone's been doing in. Like,
yep.
I think Perry definitely been preparing for the Steve matchup, maybe more than K might have at this point in time, and that makes all the difference, Yeah,
I mean, K had a lot of work to do to get to this point, right? Like, had to beat out Honda, and that's a matchup, that's a player that it is not easy to prepare for at all. So might have had to prepare 6 matchups.
Never know what they're gonna go for. But K still making a strong case for themselves. I think like the interesting thing is like the way that K is like losing these last games, like it sort of feels like he's doing almost everything right. And then there's just like one moment of like indecision around a weird scenario where Smax is like, actually, I have diamond back here.
And that's sort of what Steve capitalizes on, right? It's just that one small moment of weakness is all he needs to take a set.
For sure.
And once again, dropping that TNT, this time somewhat utilizing for edge guard. But it is kind of interesting. We have not seen any sort of TNT setups, any sort of like really ledge trap setups for Smax. Mostly just been going for the back air. And, if it ain't broke, well, it's definitely broke.
Yeah, I mean, it might just be the case that, like, because K has wing, it's harder to set up. Oh, that might be one of the first minecarts that Smax actually got. But K immediately gets Vengeance, and we're now back to an even set.
The classic revival back air.
Oh, no.
Roll in. Gets a huge combo and is able to shield out that side B just in time.
Yeah, unfortunately got punished on hit, but I guess because the orbs were there, Smax couldn't continue converting the combo.
Yeah, and I mean that's totally fine. You know, you get a 50% combo when your opponent already has the orbs on you. Like that's a W.
Yeah, definitely.
Okay, and does get caught with just the minecart hit this time.
Oh, chooses to meet him for the dash forward with a dash attack. And now Smax gonna be playing.
Up tilt, up smash? No, not gonna go for the up smash.
I love the weight though.
Although he didn't really get anything out of it, and oh, that was a bit ill-advised. Perhaps a misinput. F tilt. The dash back F tilt's so good at covering the Elytra, but you have to be grounded. So a lot of times Kay's been jumping preemptively and on the top of the tip, and that's actually a huge deal because Smash was like 2 or 3 mines away from the the gold into the diamond, and it just makes a massive difference on this next stock.
Yeah, it means basically that Smax has to do all the work that he got from the last stock all over again. And he's now finally getting gold, but that means that he doesn't threaten like one-shots the way he could have previously.
And almost has the diamond mined up, but doesn't quite have time to build it. It's been so difficult to find any of this time versus the Sephiroth, and great evasion with the Elytra, baiting that he was going to go to the first platform, but still go to the second one, but 0 resources whatsoever in the hands.
No burst options available.
And that might be all she wrote. The Octo Slash almost gets it done. Hey, on the verge of bringing this to a game 5. The F tilt once again. Down tilt, great coverage here. And a second time.
A 2.
There it is. The forward tilt is enough to get it done. And a 2 stock from K. And they are running it back to BS2 for the 5th time.
Yeah, and you can sort of see like the frustration with how Smax was going. He was trying different things to get out. But like going high was getting stuffed a few times. Just like, okay, fine. I'll go low. I'll go and grab the ledge. All right, he hit my shield. Is this finally my time to get out? No. No, it wasn't. K smacks another F tilt out there and gets him out.
Yeah, great work there. And let's see how this last game is gonna go. What do you think is gonna happen here?
I think it's going to come down to who's playing the resource game better. Like, I think Smax does a good job of not wasting iron in comparison to some other Steves, but he doesn't also look like prioritize getting resources as much either.
Yes.
And
totally
so that means in a situation like where if K gets a lead, he's going to be able to snowball it. But it also means that Smax isn't doing as many dumb things to get something happening or to lose.
Yeah, and I like to talk about on this stage specifically, Steve has multiple sort of levels. And that is not a good place to be. But level 1 is sort of, when he's got the dirt blocks, he doesn't have any good, materials built up. And then level 2 is, once he starts to, just have the stone. And then level 3 is where he has, diamond built up, and he has all the iron he can want. So I think K has done a really nice job this set of keeping Smax at level 2. He never really gets the luxury of a full bar, and yeah, and like you said, he doesn't prioritize it either, which is it's certainly a choice that you can make. I'm not saying it's necessarily a bad one, but it's working. It worked out relatively well in the earlier games, but I feel like in this last one, it has just been so prevalent how bad it is when you have no resources in Steve. And oh my God, it doesn't matter how many resources you have. That hurts no matter what.
Yeah, if you get followed all the way up into the top blast, oh goodness.
I like that PBR there.
It was good. Would have been, I think, maybe the only way to get the kill there. And immediately gets an up tilt. Oh, forward air, but combos ended. No!
Just kidding. We're still going. But once again, we see he has like an opening where he's above in percent, hits K away, does not opt to sit back and mine.
Yeah.
Totally opts to keep the pressure going.
I mean, and it's not wrong. So, like, to be clear, it's totally fine to do that. Like, Smax has got this far in bracket for the reason. And keeping up pressure and getting stocks is how you win the game.
Sure. It's just, it does still, like, put him in these positions where, like, theoretically, if K finds an opening right here, it might be the death of Smax. And let's see what he does with 0 resources in the corner.
Yeah.
He dies.
Now, this is really bad for him. He's got 3 irons, and, unfortunately, K didn't kill the... Oh, okay, K dies and unfortunately didn't destroy the...
Crafting table.
Yeah. But had to eventually spawn it again, and that means that he's losing another valuable iron.
Try to avoid it by going upwards, but the counter, Zentilla was there in time. And now we are sitting on wood tools for Smax,
But he
but
gets the
does
up tilt.
find the combo. 43%, nothing to scoff at.
Ends it a little bit early. Oh, tries to start a pick at fair loop, but does not get anything. Okay, smacked.
Smacked, indeed. These jumps are just so dangerous because every time that he trades, if he guesses wrong, he might die from the lack of resources. But now, the wing is out. Okay, what's the edge? What's the edge guard? Goes for the anvil and lands with the forward air. We're still looking for just one more hit from either side, and that up smash probably kills here, but no. The surgical needle of K strikes in the corner, and once again, Game 5, but this time going the Sephiroth's way.
Yeah, K was playing so carefully around there. There were multiple